Get me an ice bag, will you?
For your head?
No.
Boy, you might be legally retarded.
Your fucking warrant don't ever go over my fucking head again, you motherfucker, you.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Well, on a Friday night, we'll still start a fight. Yeah, she'll bash a bottle right off your head. She'll give you a smile, well, you talk for a while, but you're never gonna get in her bed. She's got a body of a goddess, mind like a man. She'll always tell you where she stands, 'cause she's been drinking with the boys, talking about them dirty things that she enjoys. She wears her shirts real low, her skirts real high.
All right, motherfuckers. I don't know. Third time's a charm is all I can say right now. We're hoping that this works. If not, well, we'll just, I don't know, go post up a recording later, I guess. I do apologize to those that were that did chime in. I know there was some spottiness when I made up some added stories. Somehow the mic connection dropped. But I do believe I can sound here now. I hope somebody's still around. Somebody joins back in. Help me. But I do hope you get the sound now. Like I said, when I made some changes, that's where I lost people. So, I'm sorry. All I can say is I'm sorry.
Hello?
That was me.
Wait a minute. He's not here. He's like out having his butt cleaned. This is Butthead. Who the hell is this? Hey, baby. Could you like put the phone on your butt? Hello? Hello?
Classic right there. So, I don't know, I probably missed those stories, you probably saw the pictures, but didn't hear me talking about anything. I do apologize, like I said, when I set up some stories, the scenes, for whatever reason, the microphone didn't carry over, microphone connection, so, if anything, I was probably in and out, but most likely you heard a lot of silence, and I do apologize about that. I think I corrected them all now. I hope you hear me right now. Right? It shows you hear me. If you could chime in the chat right now down below, just let me know. Yes, Bumpa, I hear you. So again, start over that this is the daily Pissah morning show. I am Bumpa, one of the three amigos of the Wicked Pissah show. And we just, as always, had some wonderful connection issues. I would like, if you're in there, for someone to please let me know if you get sound. If not, I'm probably going to have to end this and see what is wrong through our Restream app, which is where we're coming from. So, okay, sounds like I got sound there. But all right. Wait for get a couple eyeballs in there. We'll see if we get some more eyeballs. I'd like to see if we get on the restream going. I don't understand why. Why none of that is working up. I'm gonna double check here. All right, looks like we're all fired up. Twitch and all. Very good. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I'm going to see how we get the chat going here. Again, sorry for the multiple postings. Was not my plan. It's embarrassing, actually. You know, my downfall was probably letting my kid play with the thing. That too, 'cause things are a little, not right. So, daily conversation. All right. Uh, so some of the stories I had, good stories, some stuff to talk about. One thing we don't like to see often is I don't have the video of the. I'll have that tomorrow for the student that got tased. I believe it was like a 16-year-old high school girl got tased by a deputy, a sheriff deputy, um, and there was a little bit of hoopla about that, but not really. The sheriff stood by the deputy because in the video, and again, I'll show it tomorrow. The girl is a big girl, actually bigger than the deputy. So there are certain circumstances, something like that. Well, that's what will happen. So let's see. Anyone on Facebook yet? Nobody chiming in on Facebook or Twitch. I'm trying to bring up the Twitch chat. Never know. Let me go right back into the news items I had. Oh, now this one here, as I mentioned, it's a Cranston, Rhode Island man got busted. This happened last year. The court just went to trial, and he was convicted 10 years for trafficking cocaine. Now, when I say trafficking, this guy was having kilos, bricks of coke mailed to his house through the mail. Sometimes maybe with packages, like he had a slushy machine. He had a couple of bricks inside that. Somewhere inside children's toys. Well, the post office or UPS, whatever, would be caught onto it. The postal inspectors get involved on all levels and that stuff. So then, as well as the DEA, state police will all get involved in that. And, they do drug sniffs on the packages. Look at the canines out there. Good drugs in here, boss. And, so he got picked up. They monitored him for quite some time, about 5 or 6 months. And then they finally busted him. When they busted him, they did find more. They found more cocaine. They also found $5,000 cash and packaging stuff in his car. This guy, that's an idiot. I mean, and he's only 26 years old. Alexander Cosme, 26 years old, and he's been having kilos shipped by mail. But now, again, he got caught. I wonder how long he's been doing it before he got caught. To him, he probably had like the perfect operation going, but no, not anymore. So, let's see. I do have. There was also another great item here. Idiots of New York City. All right. Now, all the rules and restrictions. You can't hang out. You can't be having gatherings, right? No gatherings. We don't allow that. You can't do that here. Not in New York City. New York City, we are shut down. We don't want you to have friends. We don't want you to have friends anymore, so just stay away, go home. That is New York City right now. Well, here, as you can see through this little screen show I put up, slideshow, the New York City Sheriff, they had become aware of a large gathering. And you see some pictures, there's a couple of pictures of the sheriffs in there as well. People out here sitting around, no mask on. And so they got busted. It wasn't, and like I said, it wasn't just a small group. As some of those other pictures show you, it is hundreds, a few hundred people gathered, packed into this whatever function hall. And most here, in most of these pictures, they wear a mask. Some are not. But again, they got busted. They're all going to get fined, whatever the fucking New York City fine is, which is like anything for not having toilet paper handy. I think, fucking if you hear me, please just chime in the comments. Tell me you hear it. I just want to make sure. I believe the sound is up. Everything else is showing is working finally. Like I said, I did a setup, and the setup somehow bumped the mic off several of the screens that I use. And it also, this is out of Littleton, Colorado. Now, this is Mucho Piece of Shito, Littleton, Colorado. What you're looking at there is a minivan and a car wash. Okay, this just happened a couple of days ago. You see there, January 28th. The date is on that video. The gentleman decides, hey, you know what? That's a nice van. I want your van. Now, I get a million ways to steal. I mean, I don't know. This guy trying to make a getaway of sort. 63-year-old female driver did not want to give up her minivan. She puts up a hell of a fight, though. Huh? I mean, she's got. I'm surprised she didn't just put it in drive and try to run him over or back over him. But yeah, look at that, right? I mean, oh, what a piece of shit to steal a minivan. I mean, it's not even worth much. It's a nice van. I mean, it's not old or anything, but I just don't get it. So yeah, the guy comes in. He said she's at car wash. Looks like the tail end of one of those automated type car washes. But 63 years old is the female driver. The Littleton police were looking for information. They posted the video. Not much to help with that there. Find a van, but I don't get it. I mean, the guy must have been trying to make a getaway of some sort, but they would have figured that out if there was a bank robbery nearby. But no, they don't get that. It's fucking ridiculous. But that is scumbag America for you, and makes me all of us worry about humanity these days. Someone trying to carjack out of a car wash a 63-year-old woman in Littleton, Colorado. And the guy didn't look like a gangbanger, but I mean I can't really completely totally tell from there, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense on that. And then also earlier, my previous era shows, I was trying to show you this. Now, out in New York, it takes a brave person to deliver a pizza in New York, right? The pizza delivery is insane. I think I could. I don't know if I could do a pizza delivery in the suburbs, in the rural areas, because people are assholes. People rip the scumbags. Will rip you off. So, if anyone, so I'd like it if anyone can hear my sound, let me know, because I'm still questioning whether or not I'm going out. Let's see. Anyway, as I was saying, in New York, this is in the Bronx. Domino's delivery guy got jacked. He was delivering pizza to an apartment building, and their policy, at least for this particular franchise, is that their customer needs to come out to the front rather than go into the building, which I can kind of understand because, especially in New York City, these buildings are huge, tall, and dozens of apartments on each floor. So rather than trying to find a way around the building, just come down and meet us out front. Saves us a bunch of time from, the employee getting lost or spending too much time in the building. They get to move on to the next delivery. Well, he does that, and now the guy that comes out is completely and totally pissed off that he had to come out. Most likely, I don't know if he's sitting on a couch getting stoned. Good for him, but the guy's trying to make a living otherwise. So the guy was pissed off. He came out. The pizza delivery guy and the customer started to get into a fight. They start throwing fists at each other. Well, the customer had a few friends, 6 of them to be exact, came over, and then suddenly it was a 7-on-1 fight. Well, you could see what probably happened to the pizza delivery guy. Got his ass kicked, went off to the hospital. He's in stable condition. Now, not only did they steal the pizza, it does look like 2 or 3 pizzas. Also, the bag that the pizza was in. as well as personal property, most likely like a cell phone and wallet, over $1,000 in cash. And it gets better. Not only the money, the pizza, his phone or whatever, his car too. They stole the car as well. Um, and I guess it was one of those, that'll fucking teach you a type of attitude. But that is where we are in America, at least in Bronx. And so here's the video of them. This is the group just after the incident. Now look at this elevator, though. Look at the elevator. They're pushing the floors, right? And that's what the door like barely closes, and then you gotta pull it closed. What a piece of shit elevator. Um, that's. So I wanted to point that out. New York City bravery, but the wild 7-on-1 brawl in the Bronx. I don't know. It doesn't take a special kind of bravery or a special kind of stupid to deliver pizza in the beautiful New York City. And you know what? Did you see any of those people wearing masks? Motherfucker. None of those people wore masks. Right? Yep. Fucking criminals right there. I hope the New York City NYC sheriff goes out there, bang, hits them all with that bullshit. Oh, this is a good one too. And I don't like this shit. I can't. My mind is blown when it comes to sneakers. Let's see. My mind is totally blown when it comes to sneakers. As you see right here, these sneakers are called Travis Scott Nikes. Um, I don't even know what to say about them. And the fact that they are, I'm lost trying to think that these things are worth this $2,500. Um, would you pay $2,500 for a pair of sneakers? And Patty Cakes will tell you, I have a hard time paying $50 for fucking sneakers. I will not pay that kind of money for sneakers. No fucking way. If you're gonna pay something that much for sneakers, it better be good. And again, like once in a blue moon, that to me is a splurge. You spend $50, $60 on sneakers or shoes, whatever. I might buy some hikers or whatever, but they have to be good ones because these sneakers today, like those are good. I'll give those good because they got the rubber soles in them. But there's a lot of sneakers today that I got these high end designs and all that. But there are other sneakers today of Nike, Adidas, whatever that go for a couple $100, and they're that stupid foam fucking sole. The soft foam sole. That shit don't last at all. You want to walk around for a while, boom, worn out. At least the old sneakers with the hard rubber, those last. Takes a long time to wear those things out crooked and shit. These foam ones, no, they're not. And I don't understand how they're worth anything compared to hard soled fucking sneakers. But I don't know. These people here, they got ripped off these sneakers nearby here in Marlborough, Massachusetts. They met up with the people that were going to buy them, as well as some other sneakers. And one of the parties that they met up with pulled a gun and just took all this shit instead of paying them. That is a pretty common thing when you sell shit online. You meet someone somewhere, a shopping mall or anywhere else, and they jack you for the shit, and you lose everything. My suggestion on that is if you're going to buy something online, especially for that kind of money, meet them at your local police station. Most police stations suggest it, recommend it. Many, especially here in Massachusetts anyway, have designated like 2 or 3 parking spots in their front of the station just for online purchase exchange. But they all pretty much welcome someone to do that in front of their station. So it doesn't need to have the thing. But I saw this, I just fucking shit myself laughing. I cannot, I'm mind boggled anyone spends that kind of money on sneakers. So if you're like that, and they sell used sneakers too, and I'm sure they were fucking used. I don't know. I didn't even look at that part. But you see, there are sites out there that list used sneakers, and even some of the more popular sites, they're like traded in sneakers or whatever. Mind blowing. So, because someone else wore these sneakers, but they're not. They weren't worn too well. They're well cared for, cleaned up nicely. Still fetch a few hundred. Why? I do not want to wear shoes that someone else. Maybe I could guess that. Oh, that what? I bought them. I wore them like a day or two. I don't really like them. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's cool. But I bought these sneakers. I had them for a while. They're still in good shape. I want to sell them for $300. You know what? I could say other things too.
She had the tits were unbelievable.
Oh man, I love titties. So
I love titties too. I ain't gonna spend that kind of money on them. I don't know. Everyone's got a different theory. Just mind blown on how that is. And earlier, we talked about the 9-year-old, and let me go back. I had a 9-year-old that, not my 9-year-old, but it was a video of a 9-year-old in Rochester, New York, that refused to get out of the car, or get into the car, sorry. Police had responded to the residents because...
The Wicked Pissah Show. Bumpa, Byron, and Patty Cakes. No bullshit talk radio.
Come on. I'm gonna pass for you and I don't want to. So sit back.
The Wicked Pissah.
All right. Oh, serious technical issue again.
Come on. I'm gonna pass for you and
I don't know why it's opening over here. Should it be? Okay. All right, again, this is a 9-year-old, Rochester, New York. They were just responded to a family disturbance. A 9-year-old. Mom did not couldn't handle the kid, but mom is not mother of the year either. There was a lot of comments about her. She was swearing at cars passing by, berating the child. But I'm also at a loss that over 9 officers responded to this call for a 9-year-old and her mother. It's a 9-year-old out of control. I do not know why that many officers needed for a 9-year-old. If anything, it should be an embarrassment to Rochester PD. But again, I will just disclaim I don't know all of the facts other than what was in the article. And I will tell you, the article has been chopped down. There's a lot of detail last night, 4.5 hours after the article was posted. There was a lot of detail in there, as well as another video. Come this morning, I pulled this stuff up to get ready, and instead of the huge article, there you go, a paragraph. Bullshit. This is mainstream media at its fucking finest. Mainstream media hacking something. There was like I said, there was also another video showing more about the kid's behavior before. And again, it's not justifying what you're about to see here, but it tells more of the story. But mainstream media doesn't want you to know the whole story. They want you to know what they want you to know. What sells news. What we used to refer to as sells papers. They want you to sell clicks. What sells clicks is making money, because the more clicks they get on the website, more people on their site, that's where they get their advertising dollars. So watch this video real quick.
I don't want to. So sit back. Then sit back. Come on.
Come on, oh, she won't get in. Yeah, fucking push her. You won't push her. Oh, get in, please. Get in. And this guy on this side, that's the body camera you're watching right now.
Now sit back. Come on. I will fix it. I will fix it.
dear, why you just stop for a second?
It's the body camera on her, on him.
I will get your dad.
No, you said that you were gonna pepper spray me. No, please, no, stop. I got a bad one.
Just spray her.
No, I have
Just spray her at this point.
Right? Now I can see the way I could see maybe the way she's behaving, maybe threatened to spray her, so she just complies, gets into the car. But that's not what's happening. That you're going to see in just a second. Here. This is what's going to happen. Got the pepper spray out.
I got her.
Doused her right in the face. And then they were able to close the door. Are you seriously telling me the guy couldn't reach in there and yank her in? That is absolute. And the female officer on the other side, just shove her in. It's not hard. Anybody has kids know how to make that kid get in a fucking car when they don't want them to. And my theory is none of these people involved, or at least these two officers on each side, are not parents. Because what parent would pepper spray a 9-year-old kid, regardless of what their job was? Now, if she's wielding a fucking sword around, maybe, she's got a gun on her, that's a different story. But that's not what's happening here. This girl's just not getting in the car. She's handcuffed. She's being a little shit, all right, and she forget what she deserves and some juvenile bullshit, but juvenile charge bullshit. I do not know how any of this justifies the pepper spray. Now, again, we didn't see everything. There was another video. I did see that video. It didn't show enough to justify this, but perhaps somewhere along the line, she kicked the cop square in the face and broke his jaw. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of that might play out to this. But as we all know, that mainstream media takes what they want you to see, which this is a perfect example of, because like I said, there was 5 times more content for this article when it first posted last night. And miraculously, early this morning, most of that shit's gone. They're just except for this trimmed down bit that they want you to see. And that is where the mainstream media is so fucking disgusting. Yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. But I had to share that one. I thought that was an eye opener on all kinds of fronts. Originally I had saved it for the fact that it was a 9-year-old getting pepper sprayed. But then, like what I said, followed up with it this morning and saw so much shit was missing. I'm like, this is bullshit. We have to cover this and talk about it. And it was just my, we'd wanting to talk about the crazy shit because I just, mind boggled how that happened. Now, the other day, again, Saturday, what a fucking crazy weekend, huh? And a lot of people tell you, it was a crazy weekend. The week went by fast, but here in Massachusetts, is out down in Stoughton, near Randolph. Yeah, it's in Massachusetts, towards the South Shore. Massachusetts State Police, a trooper was severely assaulted. Now, get this, I'll never understand criminals like this, but I can almost, no, I can't understand this one. I could understand if, like if you open a guy's trunk and he's got a body in it, or he's got a bunch of illegal guns, shit with the numbers scraped off, or bricks and bricks of cocaine, or bags of pills and heroin or whatever. That's not what happened here. This guy got pulled over for speeding. Then they found out his license was suspended. When the trooper went to pull the guy out, basically to lock him up, asked him to step out of the car, he refused to. And then was given several warnings to get out of the vehicle, refused to. Then when he pulled, the guy got out, punched the trooper in the face, continued punching him, and tackled him to the ground. During that fall, the trooper went face first into the pavement, and they fighting this guy. I'm gonna guess the driver, the scumbag driver, much bigger than the trooper. He at one point was able to pick the trooper up, like got both arms around, pick him up, slammed him into the ground or something. They went across 2 lanes of traffic on a very busy highway, and fell on the ground again. And at that time, scumbag driver started pulling at the trooper's gun. Well, luckily, right about this time, the trooper's holding his gun into his holster. Police use what they call a triple retention holster, making it very difficult for someone to just come and grab the gun. But so with a lot of pull and wiggle at the right angle, you might get it up. So the trooper then puts both of his hand on the holster to keep the guy from being able to pull the gun out. And during that time of the fight, an off-duty trooper passing by saw this, gets out, and fights with them. The guy somehow managed to quickly got back into his car and took off. I think he took off when he saw the guy stopping to come and help him. And so the guy took off into his car. Trooper followed him. At one point, going 140 miles an hour. And they chased him, followed him through Stoughton into an industrial park where they found the car abandoned. Well, you don't do that to the state police and think you're just going to run away. So a swarm of troopers and local police surround the area, multiple K-9 units, and, well, guess what? They found the guy. Now he's charged with, I'll tell you the charges, but one of the reasons why he would have taken off, not only because of suspended license, but when they searched his car, he had marijuana, THC, and plastic bags consistent with packaging and distributing illegal narcotics. Now, okay, the packaging, illegal narcotics, but really the only thing he had in his car was marijuana and THC. Depending on how much marijuana he had, wasn't really going to be a huge charge. THC is illegal in Massachusetts, still because it's the level they can't. It's not known. I forget how the explanation behind that. But to me, it's still not enough to justify any severe sentence unless this guy had a history of drug charges. Then he knows he's going back to jail. But if this is like a first or even a second time offense and it's over pot, THC, in today's times, nothing was really going to happen to this guy. Again, but if he's a habitual driving license suspended, he's been busted several times. Maybe he's already on some type of pretrial probation, what they call, pending another. He already has a case in the system that he's waiting for trial for, and he gets busted while waiting for trial. Then he can get serious shit. So, but whatever. Going from the speeding and suspended license charge, he brings on to him assault with intent to murder, assault, battery, and police officer, assault, dangerous weapon, failure to stop for police, negligent operation, reckless operation, resisting arrest, possession of Class D, Class C, operating license suspension, speeding, and disturbing the peace. He was held on a $50,000 cash bail and is being held at Ash Street Jail in New Bedford. That is stupid as stupid does. Why I do never understand. In many of these cases, like this one did involve a little bit of marijuana, THC stuff, and it was Trump. But a lot of times there are people like this. Another video I've seen where a guy gets into a shootout over a speeding ticket. And like I said, only a speeding. The guy's license was active, nothing else. And, he refused to ID himself, all that, and made 10 times worse. People, this is as stupid as stupid does, like I said, over and over. What do I have? So the New York City thing I told you about, hundreds of people were in that. And also, did you see Donald Trump's entire legal team that he had for his impeachment a few days ago quit? So Trump, I don't know. He's still hooked on his election fraud. And however you feel about that, hate Trump, love Trump, is there election fraud or not, whatever. Whatever your argument is fine. Whatever, that's you. But at this point, you have to drop that. He won't drop it. His whole point with his legal team trying to fight the constitutionality of whatever they want to charge him with on the impeachment. And because he can't be impeached for things he did while serving as president. There are only certain things you can be charged with while sitting as president. So you can't chase the guy once he's out of office. But instead of going with that argument, he's like, Trump is, nope, we want to talk about election fraud. And whatever, Donald, you can't back that shit up. It's too late. It's not going to back up, and they're going to say, "Oh, there was election fraud. Let's put you in now." But you know, there's too many people pissed off or whatever. Boom, we move forward. It's over. But no, he's still stuck on election fraud. And you know, if we do see him again resurface in 2024, 25, all we're going to hear about is election fraud, and he's going to kill him his own chances. So if he hasn't already, obviously. This was the other night. You guys know Machine Gun Kelly, right? A rapper. I have a video here. Oops. All right. Pull that up. And now this is the end of Saturday Night Live the other night, and he is. Let's see. Who does it? There he is, right there, Machine Gun Kelly. Right. Yeah. And we'll pull him off the stage and go. Bravo. I like how it runs. Oh shit, you know. Yeah. But hey, that was worthy of God knows how many. But there, almost 250,000 views. More than that once it gets shared over and over. But I had to share that. I might be thinking about. Let me see. I have so much shit stored up, and then I was fired up, and then I got thrown into a wrench here with my technical issues. Chicago mayor orders teachers to be in a classroom starting Monday in Chicago. Now, Chicago, they've had some of the issues also with COVID. And the teachers are pissed off. They don't want to go. Chicago mayor's like, tough shit, get back in school. So we'll see how that pans out this week. Also, here's a good argument, or I don't know. Connecticut plans to shut down 2 prisons. The state of Connecticut is going to shut down 2 prisons because of what they say declines in population and crime. Nothing could be further from the fucking truth. There is no decline in, there's a decline in population because they're letting them out. Okay, because of COVID-19, we don't want to have them all in prison. Why? Okay, you offer them health care best you can, but just because there's an illness going around, you do not fucking let people loose. And they're not trying to say crime is on a downward decline. No, it is not. I can guarantee you it's not. If you check in with any of your local police departments, it is not. Things are not changed. Courts are continuing things or dropping things left and right. Crime is not down. Courts just not doing jack shit. And when I mean jack shit, I mean jack shit. If one of the court employees ain't feeling good, they get the sniffles. Tomorrow, court's closed. Or when there's a COVID spike, they use that to justify we're going to be closed for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. Or all cases are done by Zoom only, which even in that case, the judge will just continue 2, 3, 4 months away. And then 3, 4 months comes up, they continue 3, 4 months away. A lot of minor charges, which, yeah, they're minor, but still they're charges. And some people who have a record are getting away like scot-free. Whatever, I don't know, a disturbance charge, you go up there, the judge looks at the case, maybe finds it. It's a minor infraction. You were allowed at a bar or something. Who knows? The judge will just be not guilty. Boom, not guilty, or what they call quaff, continue without a finding. There's all different ones in different states, but basically, you pay a penalty, you shut up, you go away for you don't do anything bad for 6 months. You're all okay. That's where we are in Massachusetts. Cases are like a year out from actually being heard, and then it's just ridiculous. But again, prison population is not declining because of crime declining. Population is because your fucking local government, whatever state feds are cutting people loose. These are people that have not finished their time yet, and the Federal Bureau of Prisons have done the same thing, cutting their inmates loose. And guess what? They have no process for taking taking them back. There's a lot of people that should have been back. Well, they have nothing in place right now. Okay, how do we take them back? They don't have it. I'm sure they're taking them back if they violate. But even then, they're not going to be prepared for. Okay, all federal inmates must return Monday. That's not going to work. I don't know what they're thinking. The people aren't going to show up. They're fucking gone. And like I said, I brought this up because Connecticut plans to shut down 2 prisons, which I also would think might affect some of the employees, right? I mean, what are they going to do with all the staff? Now, in some states, that's not really a problem because correctional facilities are grossly understaffed to begin with. States can't keep correctional officers employed. It's one of the highest, probably the highest turnover rate job. Even above police, fire, or whatever shitty job you could think of. Corrections is probably the highest turnover burnout rate. And so, they probably could easily absorb those officers from the 2 prisons they closed to other systems. But it's a bullshit article, and that's what pissed me off, saying that the population declined and the crime has declined. It's not. Its court is not doing their job. The prisons are letting people out that shouldn't be let out, including sex offenders. They let whatever. Oh, they put them on a GPS bracelet. Let me tell you, these GPS bracelets work for shit. They don't work for shit. And what will happen is if by a certain time every day, Joe Blow is supposed to be home. Well, okay, Joe Blow's not home, or that system doesn't detect the bracelet at the home. So then they have to go and check on the person, see if they're still there. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they haven't been there for 2 days, 3 days. But the system's so fucked up, they don't know that. And they find out, obviously, and then they'll violate them, meaning violate their probation, parole, whatever it will be, and schedule a hearing, God knows when, and then God knows what happens. There are people violate probation all the time. That's it, go back. It's a joke. It's a joke unless you've got some serious jail time and hanging over your head for something really bad. It's a joke. And it's just really disappointing that people, whether it be mainstream media or the state of Connecticut, thinking that way, that it's on a decline. How is it on a decline? If you look at your local police department, local, state, county, whatever, they are still responding to the same amount, if not more calls. Probably more calls. Domestic violence is up in many areas throughout the country because of COVID. People are just home more. Nobody's getting out, can't do shit. So they're around their significant other more than they want to be. Usually they get pissed off, go down to the bar. Most places you can't do that. So that's becoming a huge issue. So like I said, crime stats are not down. They are up, and people not going to jail. That's because of court. Court continues to fail us all. Court continues to fail police officers, continues to fail victims, and even continues to fail offenders, because offenders deserve a right for a speedy due process trial, and that doesn't happen. When you go to trial, excuse me, when you go to court, you should be, you should have a trial fairly soon, not a year away. Except in certain cases, I can understand like a murder trial, a lot of evidence to go over, things like that. But a drunk driving charge should not be a year out. And it is. It's 10 months away. And things like that. It's ridiculous. And that's why I say court fails us, everybody, because now courts don't do anything, or they, like I said, they drop charges left and right because they just don't. Whatever, the judge just doesn't believe in it. Whatever. Okay, yeah, well, they'll drop it or give the guy probation instead of. So now the police look bad. They look like they're not doing their job, or they did overkill or whatever. So now the police look bad. Everyone thinks police cops look bad today, and excessive force is one thing, and I'll never condone that, obviously, and I can guarantee you 99.9% of cops don't condone excessive force, beating people at random or whatever shit. But what I also do know is that police look bad because they say, well, cops didn't do anything. No, the cops did something. Maybe they arrested somebody, court let them out, the police didn't let them out, or a victim wants a restraining order, reasons to give restraining order. Oh, the police didn't do anything for me. No, the police did something. They got the ball rolling of paperwork for a restraining order. Court didn't issue it. Court let your rapist out. Court let your child molester out. Court let the guy that hit your kid on the street out. You know, court let that girl, the guy that punched you in the face at the bar the other night, or wherever, there's no bar, but wherever the other night, walk away. You know, court is the one who gave no bail or cheap, easy bail, freed on personal recognizance. Let them walk. All right, it's not the police, it's court. That was my court rant for the moment. Now, the other day we talked about where's the fish. You hear about the Subway? Subway's probably going to end up in a class action lawsuit. And Subway's backpedaling, saying it's a frivolous lawsuit. But the people that are suing them have retained attorneys. And these people actually have a history of people that are launching a lawsuit against Subway claim that in the tuna there's anything but tuna. There's no tuna, no fish of any kind in the Subway tuna fish. Subway argues there's flaked tuna in there. So I don't know what is flaked tuna, and there probably could be different definitions of that. To me, I like chunk tuna. That's what it should be, chunk tuna. Flaked tuna, to me, it sounds like, we'll put a few specks of that in there, along with breadcrumbs, because breadcrumbs is a popular thing. Many people might not realize for chicken salad sandwiches. So with chicken salad, they use it as a big filler because the texture-wise, and it not absorb the taste of chicken salad. So, there's not really a lot of chicken in there because there's a lot of breadcrumbs in the chicken salad, make it stretching it thin. So I bet they're doing the same thing for tuna. But this couple, two girls, launched a lawsuit, and I can almost see their argument. Originally, the argument because tuna is promoted to have health benefits, obviously within limits because it has high mercury content. But people often buy the tuna as a healthier selection choice for lunch or dinner, whatever, when they buy it, because tuna is high in protein and it's somewhat healthy for you. But Subway is saying otherwise, so the people that are suing did get tests done on that food, and they claim there was zero fish content in that. But they did not disclose what the contents were, but at some point they say they will. Recently at Fort Bliss, Fort Bliss, U.S. Army base, 11 soldiers were sick after drinking antifreeze. They thought it was alcohol. I'm not sure how you can mistake antifreeze for alcohol. Have you ever sniffed it? It doesn't smell. I shouldn't say taste. Doesn't smell like anything I would fucking drink. Doesn't smell like any alcohol. It doesn't even smell like moonshine or whatever horrible shit you can think of. It does not smell like that. So I'm not sure how 11 of them decided, hey, look at this. One of them just stupid enough. Oh, it's alcohol. And then just passed it by the time, everyone's chugging it down before someone figures it out. But, I don't know. Also, recently, I think this was Saturday also. Yes, it was Saturday afternoon. Like I said, crazy day Saturday nationally. Several people at a Fiesta Mart in Houston were injured after an SUV went into the front of the store, making it all the way to the registers, about 20 feet in from the entrance, injuring like 8 or 9 people. Now, the person who did that has been arrested and charged. The driver, they didn't say much other than he appeared to be impaired, but not while. Don't know why. Even if you're drunk, stoned, whatever, I don't know how you make it that far. But again, I do see pictures of the front of the store. There's no what they call bollards, the steel column, which they usually put in front of stores so people can't drive through the store. This store didn't have any of those. I bet starting next week they do. They did get plowed into it. Most places require it for insurance purposes, but I guess maybe it's too expensive for cheap fuckers. But that was in Houston at a Fiesta Mart. I'm not familiar with Fiesta Mart, but a chain of small grocery stores. Like that, I've never heard of it. But that's all I wanted to share. I got nothing else. I am Bumper with 3 times the charm. Anything else I can think of? Anyone else Nobody chimed in today. I'm hoping this worked. If not, well, there's not much more I can do. Let's see. Nothing happening on the show. All right. Well, Patty, who's my significant other, partner, as well as co-host of the Wicked Pissah show. She's telling me she's not hearing anything. I saw a lot of people come in and out. I did a check. Things appear to be working. I'll have to check after the fact. Real quick, a plug on the Wicked Pissah show.
The Wicked Pissah Show. Bumper, Byron, and Patty Cakes. No bullshit talk radio. Wicked cool. Wicked funny. Wicked Pissah.
This rock star with no fame, the way it is for everyone. God knows.
All right, folks. I don't keep your girl warm, keep your guy warm, cuddle up, stay warm. A lot of snow up here in the Northeast. I heard 18 inches further southeast, like Pennsylvania, something like that. Yeah. And we're expecting 8 to 12 here in Massachusetts. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you for joining me. I will put this on share this, and if you have any stories to add, let me know. I love to talk crazy shit. I like to get people's opinions on any of the stories you saw today. What your opinion is on the 9-year-old that got pepper sprayed. What your opinion is on the Domino's guy that got jacked and robbed of the pizza, $1,000 cash, and his car. That's stupid. But again, one of the dangers you play in being a pizza delivery guy in the Bronx. Also, how about those ugly sneakers? Would you pay $2,500 for sneakers? I want to know that. I get some people would. Maybe you might pay $300 for a pair of great shoes. Okay, fine, $300. But what is your high point? Where do you stop on paying for shoes? What is your maximum amount? $2,500 to me. I don't know. They better fit like a fucking glove. I mean, they perfectly trimmed around my toes or something. I have no idea. But I wouldn't do it. And like I said, my sneakers, my shoes I buy, I won't buy anything over $50 or $60 max. And if I do, they'd be really good. I'm a cheap motherfucker. I buy $20, $30 shoes. And I hate that too because, like I said, it's just the foam soles. And those foam soles suck. But, and like I said earlier, this is my mug, my new mug. My Deadpool mug, little comic on the other side. And I've got a sword. I had to get it. Needed my own little mug just for the show. I've got all kinds of different thermos things, but any of the, like I said, any stories I heard, also that New York City story I heard, where there are hundreds of people gathering up there. Yep, idiots of New York City. Like I said, look at these pictures real quick. Now that one doesn't look too bad, but nobody here wearing masks. It don't look like they're eating either. And again, this is by the New York Sheriff, not NYPD. 2 very different agencies, not connected. And how all the people, look, some have masks, some don't. A lot of these people here look like they're doing, but there's hundreds of people in what looks to be a very narrow function room. They had some type of celebration. Not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, you see one of the sheriffs there in the uniform. Yeah, they got busted because obviously it's a gathering of over 10 or 25, whatever New York might have. But I love that stupid shit. So, and then again, that Cranston guy having cocaine shipped to his apartment by the brick. fucking kilos at a time, and has been doing it for quite some time, and that bought him 10 years in prison. But is he an idiot or is he smart? 'Cause God knows how long he's getting away with it. But um, one thing has been said to me many times before, or one I would say many before. Something has been mentioned as far as drug dealing. The problem with drug dealers is they get greedy. If you're looking to make a big score, you could do that once, maybe twice. After that, you're pushing the envelope. You could do, hey, if somebody says, hey, you're a clean cut dude, you could drive this up there. You bring this up, I'll give you 50 G's at the other end. 50 G's. All right. So, you drive your clean cut car, you get nothing out of the ordinary for you. You drive from, say, New York City up to Maine, deliver your 10 kilos in the trunk. Probably would not do well. You would do well. You'd get your 50K and walk away, no problem. If you don't get shot by the guy at the other end, there's always the inherent risk. But the real problem is some of these drug dealers, like this guy, he got caught because sending it through the mail at some point, you're going to get caught. When you get numerous packages, similar types, the sizes, sent to your house all the time, and the postal inspector and state police, whatever they do, sniffs of packages once in a while for drugs. I mean, because people put it through the mail. So once in a while, at random, they do the package checks, and the dog hit on it. They followed him for months. He was getting, like I said, several kilos stuffed in, say, the slushy machine sent to him. But I just want to know, is that greedy? Is he dumb? Is he smart? Did he get greedy? Could he have just done it a few times and made some serious cash? Probably. Probably could have done it 2 or 3 times without getting detected. But, you could, that first time you do it, could be that one random day you catch the canine dog sniffing the packages. So, I don't know. Like I said, it could get greedy. You could do it one time for 50K, would you? Some people would. Some people wouldn't. I wouldn't, because that'd be that one time where, for whatever reason, oops, hold on. Ooh. There we go. For whatever reason, that'd be that time you get pulled over for speeding, or you get into an accident, and that shit ends up all over the highway. Or like I said, you get robbed at the delivery point. But most people, these drug dealers that do get busted driving drugs from one state to the other, because they're driving a piece of shit car, they're driving like the piece of shit they are. Driving like an asshole, zipping in and out of lanes. It's just stupidity. So if you're gonna be doing that shit, don't be riding dirty. Which I mean, have your vehicle, a plate on your vehicle, registered to you, actively registered, insured, have a license, active license. If you have an inspection sticker from your state, have it inspected. Don't have that shit tinted so black nobody can see inside of it. Make sure all your lights are working. Stupid shit. And follow the rules, the laws of the road. That's it. But nobody can do that, and that's how they get these fucking drug dealers. And you know what? Drug dealers deserve fucking prison time because they are scumbags of the earth. So, with that, I ranted all day about scumbags left and right, and I had a lot of them on here. And, I went from the 9-year-old who's being a little shit, but I also stand by my voicing of, regardless of what the 9-year-old did, and almost regardless, but she did not deserve to be pepper sprayed. However, like I said, I don't know, before the video that we saw here today, I saw more video of it yesterday, but the other video I saw still doesn't justify anything. But that before video went on, or taken, or shared, she could have kicked the cop in the face, broke his jaw for all I know. Who knows? Maybe she stomped somebody, beat the shit out of managed to beat the shit out of somebody, swung a knife at a cop. Different things could have happened, which escalated to that point when she got into the car. They pepper sprayed her. They pepper sprayed her because she wouldn't get into the car. She's fucking 9. She's handcuffed. You know what? So to get in the car, push. Anybody who's been a fucking parent knows how to put their kid in the car, put their kid to bed, put the kid wherever. 9. I don't want to go. Huh, yeah, you do. All right, that's it. No, they sit there, they plead. lead a fucking hostage standoff. Fucking bullshit. So they looked stupid, an embarrassment to Rochester PD. The fact that 9 of them showed up there. And again, I don't know. The original call was that made 9 of them to show up. But at that point, if a cop shows up, I'm a cop, I show up, and there's 9 of us, and it's mom berating and bitching out a little 9-year-old kid. Well, mom's not mom of the year, but she's a piece of shit too. I don't need to be here. These guys, the first 1 or 2, 3 people that got here can handle it. Bye-bye. I'm going back to stop sign violation. But no, it looked bad. And I don't care how many, the reason at this particular point they were negotiating whether to get into the car. All they did, all they had to do was push her in. She, at this point, no longer threat. They were just sick of putting up with her shit. And one guy said, psh, pepper spray her. Yep, I got her. She's all I got her. What the fuck? And then, off they go. So that was it. That's my rant. Stupid people, stupid is, stupid does today. That is the theme. A lot of that was kind of went through everything I did today. Like I said, with the 11 soldiers drinking antifreeze, Connecticut shutting down 2 prisons because they claim time is down. Total bullshit. Chicago ordering teachers to go back to work Monday today. And the city, I don't know. I'm not all the Mr. Pro Mask myself. Don't get me wrong. I do think kids need to be in school, but different animals. I don't know how that's going to go. It'll be interesting. And then the trios, the sneakers, like I said, I went on that bullshit. Spending $2,500 sneakers. What's your maximum? And those sneakers are fucking ugly, by the way. I will tell you, those things are hideous. Right there. Look at that fucking shit. That is ugly. All right? $2,500 for those. Oh, man. I can't even fathom. And then Donald Trump losing his legal team again. Again, because the idiot, yep, he's an idiot. I said it. Some people say, oh, you support Trump. I wasn't support Trump. I like a lot of his results prior to the whole Capitol bullshit. But he's still so stuck up on election fraud that instead of letting his legal team fight for his constitutionality of the impeachment, they're trying to charge him on things that he did while in office, which he can't be. There are very few things that you could be charged with as president. I mean, he could get charged with murder if he slashed his wife, but that's things that he does while in office, he can't be charged with. So that his legal team wants to fight the constitutionality of that because he's out of office. So he can't, what he did in office was during office. You can't wait till he gets out and then charge him with that because whatever he did while in office does not apply, and that's what they're trying to argue, which is a valid and good winning argument. He says, nope, election fraud. That's what we want to fight. No, it's not election fraud is not what you want to fight because you've lost in every state court. And if you for whatever reason you still want to bring that fight up, bring it up later. Fight the constitutionality, get that impeachment thrown out, and then you fight your election fraud, which I don't think you have a leg to stand on. But he might actually get impeached, which even then, it's an impeachment. He might get impeached, and that's very. I don't know. Joe Biden doesn't think he'll get impeached because not everyone, even the Dems, are not 100% on board that he should be going impeached for his statement. He did. I don't want to get into that too much. But anyway, that's it. That's all I got. A lot of stupid stuff, stupidity again. And that was it. Stupid is, stupid does. Let me know what you think on any of those topics. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll talk about those in the next show, and I'll work up on some more stuff for tomorrow's show. I will prep tonight rather than the morning of, and will not have these technical issues after my child has played with the system. That's it. I'm Bumper. I'm checking out, and I'm going to play some music. I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe, especially in that storm that's coming. Be careful. The Northeast is cold as fuck. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you joining me. Have a great day.
Until it's over, look at what we've done. There are times when things may get too hard. Just wanna go all in, just to get rid of your cards. Say the grass is greener on the other side, but you say that you don't know, 'cause you can't afford the ride. Well, don't say it's over until it's over. Look at what we've done. It takes a lifetime.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.